Act 1. Lost in the dark space. A broken ship. Silence. Among the endless stars, where Earth is just a fading blue dot, Lena Armstrong floats, alone. A brilliant astronaut. A mission gone wrong. A crew lost to the void. Now, her ship is dying. Oxygen is low. Systems are dead. Hope is slipping away. Then, a sound. Software strange. Beautiful. A voice cutting through the silence. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Lena freezes. Is she dreaming? Hallucinating? Or is someone, reaching her from beyond? Act 2. The call that won't fade. The voice doesn't stop. Days pass. The words repeat. Clearer, stronger, a presence she can't explain. A peace she's never known. Then, a miracle. NASA finds her. She's rescued. But back on Earth, the world feels too loud, too empty. That voice still echoes in her mind. What was it? Act 3. The answer finds her. Lena leaves everything. I went to Bali, seeking silence, searching for meaning. Then, she hears it again. Not in her memories. Real. From a nearby building, the same words flow into the air. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Her breath catches. This is no accident. The call that saved her in space has led her here. Now she must follow it. The call that pulled her back. Lena turned toward the sound. The adhan, the call to prayer echoing from a small mosque. Her heart pounded. Without thinking, she moved closer, pulled by something she couldn't explain. Then, the mosque door opened. A police officer stepped out, wiping his hands on a towel. He spotted Lena standing there, frozen. Assalamu alaikum, he said warmly. Are you okay? Lena's voice was barely a whisper. I've heard this before. Months ago. In space. The man, Ahmad, studied her, curious but patient. She told him everything. The mission, the accident, the mysterious voice that had haunted her. When she finished, Ahmad nodded. That wasn't random, Lena. The adhan calls to all souls, even those lost among the stars. Something inside her woke up. The return. The next morning, Lena was back. She didn't know why. Maybe it was the peace in the prayer. Maybe it was Ahmad's kindness. Or maybe, after years of floating, her soul had finally found ground. Ahmad smiled when he saw her. You came back. I had to, she admitted. They sat under a tree, the morning air soft around them. You believe in science, Ahmad said. So does Islam. Allah asks us to seek knowledge, to study the stars, the earth, the mysteries of life. Science and faith aren't enemies, they're guides. Lena listened, her old beliefs shifting. The choice weeks passed. Lena kept returning. She asked hard questions. Ahmad never rushed her. One evening, she whispered, I used to think space was the most beautiful thing. But this, prayer, stillness, it's different. It's like coming home. Ahmad smiled. The greatest journey isn't across the universe, Lena. It's into your soul. But doubt still tugged at her. What if I'm not ready? She asked. What if I fail? Ahmad's answer was gentle. Islam isn't about perfection. It's about returning. Every step, even the shaky ones, matters. And for the first time, Lena believed it. Lena's journey home. No one is perfect, Ahmad said. Being Muslim doesn't mean you won't fall. It means you've chosen the path, no matter how hard. That night, Lena lay awake, the adhan echoing in her mind. She remembered the silence of space, the voice that had comforted her when everything else failed. Now, that same voice was calling her here, on Earth. The next morning, she met the Imam. He listened as she spoke. Her time in space, the voice, her doubts, her hope. When she finished, he smiled. Allah calls people in different ways. For you, it was the silence of space. You heard him, and you answered. That was the real Shahada, he explained. Not just words on the tongue, but the heart opening to truth. Lena's eyes filled with tears. I think I'm ready. That afternoon, sunlight spilled into the mosque as Lena stood before the imam, her hands shaking. The adhan played softly, as if the universe was holding its breath. She took a deep breath. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Her voice trembled, but she didn't stop. The moment the words left her lips, something changed. A weight lifted. A door opened. Peace, deeper than anything she'd ever known, wrapped around her. She wasn't just Lena Armstrong, the astronaut, anymore. She was Lena, the believer. Ahmad wiped his eyes. The imam raised his hands in prayer. And Lena, she stood there, finally home. That evening, she sat on the beach, watching the stars appear. Before, she saw them through a helmet, cold and distant. Now she saw them with her heart. Thank you for finding me, she whispered. For the first time since space, the silence didn't scare her. It felt like peace, a new chapter. After her Shahada, Lena's life changed in quiet, beautiful ways. Prayer gave her day's rhythm. The Quran spoke to her soul. And Ahmad, he was always there, patient, kind, never pushing. They talked for hours about faith, science, the sky, the sea. Slowly, something grew between them, something warm, something real. One evening, under the shade of a mosque courtyard tree, Ahmad turned to her. Lena, I care for you, more than I planned to. She smiled. Me too. The air between them was soft, full of something unspoken. Then Lena whispered, if this is where Allah is leading us, I'm ready to walk this path. A quiet beginning. A few months later, Lena and Ahmad married in the same small mosque where she had embraced Islam. No crowds, no fancy decorations, just close friends, the imam, and a deep sense of peace. Lena wore a simple white hijab, glowing with happiness. Ahmad, in traditional dress, couldn't look away as they exchanged vows. The imam prayed over them, asking Allah to bless their union. Later, under the stars, Ahmad whispered, this is more than I ever dreamed of. Lena smiled. I used to think I belonged to the stars. Now I know I belong here. A choice and a challenge. Their marriage wasn't just about love. It was about purpose. Lena had left her space career, not because she had to, but because she wanted a new path, one of faith, people, and peace. But the world pushed back. NASA sent her a cold message. Your conversion to Islam has raised concerns. We need to discuss your future. A video call confirmed it. Officials congratulated her recovery, then got to the point. Lena, your public faith complicates NASA's image. Stunned, she asked, are you saying I can't believe in God and be a scientist? Just be careful, they dodged. She ended the call, silent, hurt. Ahmad found her. They want me to choose, she said, faith or career. What will you do? He asked. I've already chosen, she replied. That's what they don't understand. A new path. Ahmad reminded her, maybe Allah is opening a door they can't see. And so, an idea grew. What if science and faith weren't enemies? What if young minds could explore the universe without hiding their beliefs? Together, they built a dream, an educational center in Bali, where students could study the stars and the Quran, where telescopes and prayer mats stood side by side. Critics doubted. Can science and Islam really work together? Lena answered with her life. She taught astronomy, linking cosmic wonders to the Quran's verses. Ahmad taught Islamic ethics, grounding knowledge in faith. Slowly, their center grew. Students came. My mind opened. Lena often remembered that moment in space, when darkness surrounded her, and a voice called her back. That call had saved her. Now she was answering it. This was her true mission, and it was only the beginning. Not everyone liked their way. Some scientists said they were weakening science. Some religious people said they were too modern. But Lena had faced worse. She'd survived the silence of space, stared death in the face, walked away from her old life, and in the end, she found peace in something bigger than herself. Then, one day, while teaching about far-off planets, she froze. A doubt hit her. Am I really helping, or just making things worse? That night, she walked the beach with Ahmad, the same beach where they'd once talked about love, faith, and the stars. Now she talked about pressure. People expect me to be perfect, she said, like I have to prove this all makes sense. Ahmad smiled. You don't owe them proof. You've already shown the world something better, that science and faith don't fight. They fit. She nodded, but the doubt stayed. Am I still true to myself, or lost in the mission? Then a letter came, not from NASA, not from critics, from her parents. They'd watched their daughter, once America's star astronaut, disappear into a life they didn't know. At first, silence, then doubt. Now, they wanted to talk. Nervous, Lena and Ahmad flew to the US. Her childhood home was a museum of her old life. Photos in uniform, awards on the walls. Her mother spoke softly. You've changed. I've grown, Lena said. I found peace. Her father frowned. But you had everything. You were an astronaut. I had the world's respect, she said. But not my own. Not until space. Not until I heard the call, silence. Then her mother asked, Are you happy? Lena looked at Ahmad, then back. Yes, even with the hard parts, because of the hard parts. No quick reply. But at the airport, her mother hugged her tight and whispered, We don't get it yet, but we see it. It's real. Back in Bali, their school grew. Invites to conferences, news features, new students, young, old, believers, skeptics, all learning that science and faith could live together. But it wasn't easy. Elite scientists called them backwards. Old colleagues accused her of betraying reason. Some days, the weight almost crushed her. Then, the adhan would ring out, and her heart would remember the silence, the call, the peace. Years passed. New campuses in Jakarta, Kuala Lumpur, scholarships for the poor, prayer circles under the stars, science fairs with laughter. More than a school, a home. One evening, under the Bali sunset, Lena turned to Ahmad as students left class. Ever think about what we've built? Ahmad smiled. Always. I thought my purpose was up there, she said, gazing at the sky. But it was always here. He held her hand, and it's only the start. That night, under Bali's endless stars, Lena stood alone, eyes closed. She listened, and in the quiet, she heard it once more. Not a sound, but a call deep within her soul. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Not the past, not imagination, a truth. Peace isn't a place out there, it's inside you. And at last, she was home.